Well, remember that store I was at yesterday, Simply Mac? I'll be going again. Tomorrow. I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the situation. I was told by my iPod yesterday, this is supposed to be my iPod that's just specifically for YouTube. Well, I mean, I didn't buy it initially making plans for it to be that, but that's kind of what it evolved into. I am now recording on my phone because said iPod is no longer in a position to do that. So I've learned a couple of things in this experience. Number one, if you're going to be a YouTuber and use an iDevice as a camera, set aside the funds and buy a device specifically for YouTube. That's number one. Number two, make it as big as you can make it. I've got a 32 gig. I thought that'd be big enough. That would have been big enough if all I wanted to do was listen to music, download a bunch of songs. But this was before I realized I was going to go into YouTube, and now 32 gig turned out to be nowhere near enough. I'm planning on getting a 128 gig. You may think, good Lord, that's a whole lot. Well, you know, maybe it is, but I actually called Simply Mac and I said, look, I'm doing a lot of videos. What do you recommend in terms of storage capacity on an iDevice? He said, get as much as you can possibly get, because it's going to be the videos that eat up a whole lot of storage. Well, now, all of a sudden, I've got a situation where I have no storage at all on this iPod because, or at least not enough to record another second worth of video. And what makes me mad about that, I hate it when my words get caught in my throat. What makes me mad about that is it told me, hey, I'm running out of storage yesterday. Okay, well, let me go in and wipe out a whole bunch of videos so you've got more storage. I thought I deleted that stuff. Now, why is it that it still ran out of storage? Well, I'm sure they'll be happy to explain that to me tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll be happy to really free up some storage on this thing, since apparently I don't know how to do it, or maybe teach me how to do it, or I don't know, but I want storage freed up on this thing until such time as I can save up $400. See, the easy thing would be to go into my credit card balances and say, okay, on which card can I afford to spend $400? I suppose I could do that. I could do it. But I refuse to. I'll find a way to get this freed up again. I'll record on my phone. I'm not going the credit card route on this one. Because I've done that again and again and again. And I read a small amount of a book, a small amount, tiny thumbnail sketch of a book about finances. And the author said something like, a credit card builds a mirage of buying things without paying. And that's true. What happens is you can get into this frame of mind of, well, I've got enough credit to buy that, I can do it. Well, what happens is that comes back to kick you in the rear end, because that credit card company's going to expect that money back. Which is why the best way to do it is to take some money out of your paychecks, put it into your savings account, and do that until you have, in this case, $400. Then take out the cash. Yeah, I'm going to say take out the cash. And walk into the store and say, I want to buy this, and here is the money. Not here, just put it on the charge card. Because the charge card is how you charge yourself right into debt that you end up taking forever trying to get out of. Trust me, I've been there, and I that doesn't that doesn't have to happen with this iPod thing. But if I can never get to the point where YouTube is actually paying me back, which, I've thought about that. I've thought that would happen with other so-called business ventures, and they have failed me. But with YouTube, see, there's no monthly membership on YouTube. You're not paying anything into YouTube. And, as long as it doesn't cost you anything to actually do it, I would think I could do it. Well, and as long as I've got some kind of subject matter that's worth watching, or that even one or two people might find worth watching. See, somehow, some of my favorite vloggers have taken their lives, which to them seems boring and mundane, and why would anyone want to watch that, and turned them into the channels that bring in, big numbers of subscribers and, a lot of YouTube watching time and are valuable. And my hat's off to them, and I hope that one day I can make it to where you are. But anyway, oh man, where was I going with that? A YouTube iDevice. First of all, if you're not going to use a camera, which really, I think what a blind person has that's the most readily available blindness-friendly camera is the camera app on their iPhone or iPod or iPad or iPhone. Well, those three devices. There's an Apple TV and an Apple Watch, but I don't think you can actually make videos on those. But if you can afford it, have a YouTube iPod if you're gonna do a whole lot with YouTube videos and make a whole lot of YouTube videos, and or learn how to back up videos and then delete your videos. No, seriously. Learn how to back up your videos somewhere and then truly wipe them off of the iPod or iDevice so that you have that storage to put toward other videos. Otherwise, you're going to end up where I am right now. And that's a really annoying place to be. So, having said that, I'm going to call that tonight's vlog. And We'll see what happens tomorrow. See you in the next video, vlog, whatever it turns out to be. Bye.